Spinach has achieved superfood status for legitimate reasons. It's extraordinarily rich in iron, calcium, vitamins A, C, and K, plus folate. The nutrient density is genuinely impressive, with dark leafy greens like spinach being among the most nutritionally efficient foods you can consume. The vitamin K content alone makes it valuable for bone health and proper blood clotting. However, spinach presents not just one contamination concern, but two distinct problems that consumers need to understand. First, there's the pesticide issue. Spinach's large leaf surface area makes it highly susceptible to pesticide residues. The leaves are exposed directly to whatever sprayed on them, and those broad, flat surfaces are perfect for collecting and holding chemical residues. Spinach is vulnerable to numerous pests, including leaf miners, aphids, and various fungal diseases, which leads to multiple pesticide applications throughout the growing cycle. But here's the second, often overlooked concern: heavy metal accumulation. Spinach can absorb heavy metals like cadmium and lead from contaminated soil. This is particularly problematic in certain growing regions where historical industrial activity or agricultural practices have left soil contaminated. Unlike pesticides, which are applied deliberately, heavy metals are environmental contaminants that the plant pulls up through its roots along with nutrients. Cooking doesn't eliminate these metals, and they can accumulate in your body over time with regular consumption. The combination of these two contamination pathways creates a legitimate health dilemma. You're trying to get valuable nutrients, but you're potentially getting unwanted chemicals and metals along with them. Research has shown that conventional spinach can contain residues from over a dozen different pesticides, and the heavy metal levels can vary dramatically depending on where and how the spinach was grown. So, what's a health-conscious consumer to do? Organic certification addresses the pesticide issue, but doesn't necessarily guarantee low heavy metal content, since those metals may be naturally present in soil. However, organic farming practices generally improve soil health over time, which can reduce heavy metal uptake. The cost premium for organic spinach typically runs about 40 to 60% higher than conventional. From a practical standpoint, consider these strategies. If you consume spinach frequently, particularly in large quantities like smoothies, prioritizing organic makes sense. The frequent exposure multiplies your risk. For occasional consumption in cooked dishes, conventional spinach poses less concern. Also consider rotating your leafy greens. Kale, chard, collards, and other greens provide similar nutrients with potentially different contamination profiles, so you're not concentrating exposure to contaminants from any single crop. For families with young children or pregnant women, the recommendation tilts more strongly toward organic or toward reducing spinach consumption frequency in favor of other nutrient-dense vegetables with lower contamination risks. The decision ultimately depends on your consumption patterns, your vulnerability factors, and your budget realities. The nutrients in spinach are valuable, but they're not unique. There are alternative ways to get them.